Hi, this is Paul with Inverse Tachyon, and today I want to show you about this really cool new utility that we have built for Splunk admins to enable them to better help their end users with dashboard issues that they come across. So as a Splunk admin, have you ever run into the problem where you are talking to an end user and they're having a problem with the dashboard, they're trying to qualify it, and maybe you get a partial screenshot, right? Maybe they don't tell you what user agent, what browser that they're on, or you start talking about tokens and their eyes just completely glaze over, right? Well, with just 4 lines of code, we are able to solve that issue. And in practice, this utility has reduced the number of round-trip hops on qualifying an issue from about 5 or 6 to 0. So let's see what it looks like. We have a random Splunk dashboard loaded up here, actually a demonstration dashboard, and we are going to pay attention to this red report an issue button. So from the end user's perspective, let's say they're looking at this dashboard and we expected these numbers to be a lot different, right? These are very, very similar. We're going to click this red report an issue button here and we get a pop-up inline in the dashboard. So the end user just types what they're experiencing. And we're going to click the green submit button over here. Now you can see the status of it and an issue ID has been assigned to it. That's it. So the end user has now told you about the problem, and we would now like to see that from the Splunk admin's point of view. So we're going to hop back over here to the dashboard, and this is the Dashboard Helpdesk app. You install this just like any other app, and you can see here that this has just one view, and that is the view issue report. You can also see that our system messages have populated here, and we've got that issue ID and who reported it. So we're going to grab that issue ID and throw it into the one input on this dashboard. And that's it. We can see what the end user typed, how they experienced the issue from their point of view. We can see everything that Splunk knows about that dashboard, or at least relevant information that we have here, who wrote it, who currently owns it, what app it lives in, the last time it was modified. We can see the browser, the user agent string that the end user was on. We can see details about the user's account, details about all installed Splunk apps. And this gets really cool because sometimes a user will report an issue, like say right before a maintenance window, and you are actually upgrading a version of the app or changing something about that, or maybe you've added or removed a role, right? So we track the status of the account and the apps at the time the user reported the issue, as well as the current state of it. And if those two happen to be different, we're going to flag that so that it very quickly draws attention to it. Same with these Splunk apps, the Splunk apps that are installed on there, the version at the time it was reported, the currently installed version, and a flag of whether or not those differ. Now, this is where it gets super, super useful, is we actually can see the state of all tokens on that dashboard at the time the user submitted the issue. So we can see both the default model and the submitted model tokens, as well as the form input tokens versus the Splunk dashboard tokens, which are often quite different. If we want to simplify this, that's a lot of tokens right there that we're looking at. We can click this exclude system tokens, and that takes you to just the tokens that were unique to that dashboard. So by system, we mean the Dashboard Helpdesk tokens. So just pull those out of the mix. And this is where it gets really, really magical. We can see what the end user was seeing on their screen. So it takes a screenshot of it, actually stores it in the Splunk index, and presents that view for easier troubleshooting. Now, I told you that this was done with just 4 lines of code. So let's see what those 4 lines of code look like. So if we jump back over here onto our demonstration dashboard, and we are going to go to edit and see what that looks like on the back end. And that's it. We use pre-built panels in Splunk to populate this. And that's it. It just takes these 4 rows that you put in there. Now, you also have to add the JavaScript and the CSS to every dashboard that you want to enable it on. And that's it. You just cut your time to qualify an issue from maybe minutes or hours down to nothing. Better in user support, less frustration on your part, and easier to get them back up and running with those dashboards. So this is downloadable on Splunkbase, Dashboard Helpdesk, and we hope this makes your life a little bit easier. So happy splunking.